Yeah, 3-win season last year. Obviously, far from ideal, but certainly competitive in a bunch of the games. What has this team done, and what can it continue to do to make Jackson Liberty a successful football team this year?
I feel like if we continue to read our keys on defense, do what we have to do on offense, block what we have to block, especially the linemen, secondaries, study what you have to do, and we'll be fine. Yeah.
What are some of the things that Coach Sharples has been talking to you guys about, maybe in the off season through training camp, about how he wants you to take that next step this season in becoming successful on the field, off the field, in practice, in the games?
One of the main things he pounded into us was to be hydrated, because that's very important. You obviously can't be dehydrated while you're playing. Again, study what you have to do, because that's very important. Knowing where you have to be, knowing what you have to do, and that's mainly what he told us. Yeah.
What kind of team is this, would you say? Chemistry-wise, on the field, off the field, how well do you guys get along as a unit?
I think we get along great. Yeah. There's no beef anywhere. No one has a problem with anyone. Yeah. I think we're fine.
And how do you think that something like that successful chemistry you guys have, with being good friends and everything, translate to those tough moments in the game on a Friday night where you kind of really need to come together?
I feel like it helps in the sense where someone's down, you got to pick them up, tell them, it's all right, you mess up a play, it's all right, it's the next play,
How good of a team can Jackson Liberty be here in 2018? How far can this team go in making some noise in the Shore Conference?
I think we could be a very good team. Again, I know this is the third time I said it, but we just have to know what we're doing, and we'll be great.
You guys lost a couple big pieces to graduation last year in Nick and Joe on the line. How are you guys looking to kind of come together and, whether it's compete for those spots or make sure that the line continues to grow and to be good again this year is a big part of what you guys can do?
I feel like as for those spots, they were very good players, very hard to replace. I just feel like the players that make the least amount of mistakes and know what they're doing are the players that are going to get those spots.
James, following, Jaquel, somebody like Jaquel graduating last year, running back, you're one of the guys that could be getting some good amount of carries this year. What is the running game looking like heading into 2018, and what are you looking to help this team accomplish?
Well, Jaquel was a good running back. I learned a lot behind him, and especially this year, we have a couple returning starters on our own line that I think can really help the running game. And I think we're doing a little bit more under center this year, so we can get a little more ground and pound. And I think we'll be a pretty good running team this year.
How can the offense improve last year? I know you guys were competitive in a bunch of the games last year. I know the defense was a little improved. What does the offense as a whole need to work on to not only put more points on the board, but kind of control the tempo?
We just need to take control of the ball. We had a decent amount of turnovers last year, and if we take control of the ball and don't turn it over, we can definitely do something this year.
Now, if all goes well, things are sound on both sides of the ball, special teams, things are looking good, you guys are feeling good. Come mid-season, come the end of the season, how good of a team can Jackson Liberty be this year?
I think we could definitely be a playoff team this year. Last year, we lost a couple close games, which we could have gotten to the playoffs. Like Manchester, we lost by 1. Lakewood, we lost by 3. All those were close games. Even Jackson Memorial, it was basically 3-0 until the end of the game where we threw the pick. And then I think we can definitely make a splash this year.
Joe, what can this team do to improve offensively heading into 2018? I know you guys were in some games last season, but what can you do to score some more points and kind of keep control of the ball, keep the tempo in your favor this year?
We just really need to execute everything, everyone needs to do their jobs. Everyone just needs to just execute the plays that Coach Vin calls,
What are some of the things that Coach Sharples has been talking to the team about on what he'd like to see improved on before the season starts, and of course as the season gets underway, maybe some things to keep in mind?
Everyone just needs to just focus on what our goal is, Everyone just needs to keep working hard and just, execute everything to perfection.
All right, Shane. Coming off a year where you got a new defensive coordinator and Coach Schmidt, a new defense put in, defense that was improved last year, how do you guys continue to improve on that defense and make the defense even better this year?
I mean, really, we just kind of have to remember it. It's tough defense to learn. Once you get it, it's not that hard. And just the defense works. You don't really need that many of amazing players. The defense works if you know what you're doing, and that's the key to it, really.
What are some of the things that Coach Schmidt and then Coach Sharples have been talking to the defense about what they want you guys to be working on,
really,
not just in training camp but in the season?
Just kind of right now, run into the ball, don't stop, read your keys. That's really it. Run, read your keys, and it works.
How important will the defense be again this year in not only helping secure some wins, but also just succeeding as a whole?
Oh, it'll be very important. I mean, defense wins championships. It's the biggest key. If we score touchdowns and our defense can stop them, we'll be able to win a lot of games.
What about overall as a team? Not just the defense, the offense, the special teams, the execution when you need it during a game. How far can this Jackson Liberty team go in 2018?
I think we could definitely make the playoffs. I mean, we have good players. In my freshman year, who's basically playing now, and we had a very good team freshman year. And our offense isn't looking bad. We're putting in new plays on special teams and whatnot. It looks pretty good.
What kind of team is this heading into 2018? Not just talent-wise, physically on the field, but in the locker room, off the field.
Oh, it's a very good team. I mean, all year we've been working out in a weight room and pushing each other. We maxed out a few times, and we all went up. Not one of us went down. And in the locker room, once game day, we just listen to our music, we talk, we hype each other up. That's basically it.
Shane, thanks for the time. Good luck this season.
Thank you.